Hey guys, I just got done working out at Gold's Gym. My favorite thing to do after a long day of work, go burn some calories and a little stress, stay fit. And I was just had about an hour to think about a conversation I had with a couple business leaders here recently who were just kind of decrying the state of affairs with some of the staff in their company. And it just struck me as kind of strange, as I have spoken with so many people around the country who are like wanting to advance in their career, and maybe they're mid-career professionals that are unhappy with what they're doing. They're looking for another opportunity, or they realize that there's going to be the economic shifts and that they're in a dying industry and they want to move into a place where there's going to just be a lot more opportunity, or they just find themselves in a dead-end job and they hate it. And there's a ton of people there. And the sad thing is there is so much freaking opportunity out there for people who are willing to just lean in and ask the right questions and just do some of the grunt work that so many people aren't willing to do. And so this one situation that was just being discussed this week, this one individual is like, look, I have got more opportunity that I can shake a stick at with my company. What I really need is leaders who are willing to do some tough work and who I can count on and are dependable, and that understand our mission and what we're trying to do and just execute on that, and don't try to go down rabbit trails and other things. So I was talking about this guy who walked in, and obviously the organization's heading in one direction and these are the things that they're doing. This guy walks in, it's like, yeah, but it really doesn't motivate me. I want to do this, I want to do that, and maybe I can start this other side project. And so this guy's like, boy, I mean, it was obvious misalignment, even though this guy is perfectly suited for our organization and what we're doing. It was just like the guy's head was in a completely different spot. So it just became obvious instantly, this guy's going to have to get shown the door, move on to something else. Well, fast forward down the line, and this guy is now completely misaligned in a job that he can't stand, not really happy. And his former boss is just sitting there saying, look, this guy had tons of opportunity right here and he just completely blew it. This would have been a long-term spot where he could have grown and had massive opportunity, done well for himself and his career and his family, and just completely blew it because he didn't ask two important questions. And so I want just to share these with you, because I think that all of us, no matter where you're at in life, in your career, if you're working on a team, if you're part of an organization, these are the two most important questions that you should be asking. If you're in a leadership role, hopefully your subordinates or people under you are asking these questions. But if you ask these questions and then you answer it, you're probably going to do very, very well in your career. First question to ask is, that your boss or that your underlings ought to be asking you, is what is the most important thing that this organization, that this team, that this company is focused on right now? What is the goal? What is the mission? What is the number one thing, the number one KPI, key performance indicator? What is it? Not 3, 4, 5. What is the number one thing that we are focused on right now that the leadership absolutely needs to get done? Ask that question. If you don't know what that is in your organization, if your staff members don't know what that is, there is a huge issue, huge problem. So once you got the answer to that, the second thing that a rock star employee, a rock star leader in any organization, on any team, the next question they should ask is this: how can I lean into that and help you hit that goal? How can I help the organization? How can I help the team? How can I help you, boss, hit that goal, achieve that goal? So many leaders out there are just begging for a couple of people who are willing to ask that question and are willing to lean in and do it. And it is shocking how many people are willing to just walk into an office, punch the time clock, do a little bit of work, and are not connected to the results, not connected to the overall mission, or worse yet, start concocting their own little projects and going off in little different directions. It's just, guys just shaking their head. So if you are leading an organization, develop your team to ask those two questions. And if you are a mid-career professional, or maybe you're a college student graduating and entering in your career, and you're looking for some longevity wherever you want to do, you're looking for a way to have success in your career, ask those questions. Number one, what is the number one most important thing for this organization? What is our goal this month, this year? What are we focused on? What are the leadership, those people in the C-suite, the CEO, the president, the senior leadership team, what are they focused on? What goal absolutely has to be met? Then secondly, ask how you can lean into it and how you can help them accomplish it. And you may think, well, geez, I'm in a completely different line of work, or I'm not aligned with that, or that's not in my department. Trust me. The number one goal of the organization, every single person in that organization ought to know how, when they come into work that day, how they, in some way, shape, or form, whatever they're doing, are impacting, helping that organization achieve its number one goal and mission. So, hope you find that helpful. Had some really good talk on these very topics with a number of CEOs and presidents just this week. So, hope you find it helpful.